The GTA Online Los Santos Tuners trailer and actually a bunch of other information dropped yesterday, and in today's video I wanted to actually break down the trailer and maybe some of the screenshots because we just got so much, and hopefully in this video I can show you guys some things you might have missed. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and hop right in. We're going to start at the very beginning of this trailer, and there's a couple of things I do want to point out before we even get into the interior of the building. And the first thing is, of course, the building itself. This is the building that we figured out a couple days ago. Made a video on it. I showed you guys the location and sort of we scouted it out in single player. It is in the sort of industrial part of the map. I mean, yeah, there's nothing really much else to say about it. Does look like it has lit up, which is kind of cool at nighttime. Speaking of nighttime, this is taking place at nighttime. Much like that first screenshot also being at nighttime. I don't know if that necessarily is Rockstar hinting if these car meets can only happen at night, but it is interesting. Both of these promotional pieces have been at night. Maybe that's just because the neon looks cooler. I mean, that could very well be the case, but it also could be maybe you could only block off this road at night, because it does appear that this is blocked off. These vehicles over here on the left, these do appear to be customized, so I don't think those are NPC vehicles. Also, the ones parked are not NPC vehicles, so maybe this is them blocking off the road. I don't know. Of course, there's the checkpoint on the road there, which is kind of cool. Now, one thing actually that you'll see throughout this trailer, these vehicles are not all new. I mean, we have literally right here, it's kind of hard to see. I might zoom in. That's the Buffalo. So, I mean, yeah, not all of these vehicles are new. So I guess if you were wondering, this car meet, of course, is not just exclusive to the new vehicles. And actually, speaking of the new vehicles, I'll be making a separate video going over all 17 of them, because there are 17 and there's so much information, so many cool little things. And I didn't want to make this video like an hour long, so we'll just do that in a separate one probably tomorrow. So again, if you are new around here, hit that subscribe button. Anyway, continuing on, we have just another little shot of, I guess, this character heading inside, and he's not wearing any like glowing shirt. That's just the Rockstar editor, like the filter, if you were wondering. And I will just right off the bat say sorry if I miss anything in this. Like, this might be a new vehicle. I'm not like well versed in the vehicles in GTA Online, as I'm sure most of you guys know, but this doesn't look like a new livery if it isn't a new vehicle, which is something that's cool. Now, we're going to head inside. Actually, before we do head inside, I think the final thing I'll say, I'm pretty sure what you're seeing is just simply for the trailer. Everything does seem like it's going to take place inside. I don't think you're going to see stuff like this on a normal basis, because, of course, if you're outside and you're parked like this, well, then someone with an Oppressor Mark II could easily just come in and kill you. So definitely, that's just, I think, promotional. Now, once we get inside, this might be actually the NPC contact we deal with. We did see How, which we'll get to, but she does say welcome to the LS car meet, so that kind of leads me to believe that maybe she's somehow involved. I don't know, maybe she's like the assistant or something. She's holding a little like iPad or something like that in her hand, so, or I guess it's just a phone. Yeah, maybe she's just somehow connected to all this. So definitely kind of cool. And we get another look at the interior. And it seems like this is the stock interior. Now, Rockstar did mention in the newswire that if you are a high enough level, or maybe if you pay enough money, you can customize this yourself for the whole lobby. So that is something that's actually really cool. Now, here we have a look at one of the new vehicles. I believe this is the MX-7. I don't know what it's called. Again, we're going to get to all the vehicles tomorrow. But you do see a bunch of other vehicles in the background. One thing in the background, and I'll try and zoom in, this is the Slam truck. I really, really hope they reworked it and you actually can use the Slam truck to transfer or transport your vehicles. I'm hoping this is not just staged for this trailer, because that would be very unfortunate. Now, continuing through this, we probably get a look at a bunch of new clothing. I mean, that's just something I'm not going to like dive deep into, because it's new clothing and there's going to be probably hundreds of them. Here we have probably that test track they mentioned in the newswire. And then, as you can see all the way to the left here, it looks pretty damn big. So this could be pretty cool. They do mention in the newswire that you could go drifting down here with friends. This is kind of just like an area where you can just, I don't know, just drive around without having to worry about people blowing you up. And it does look like that's the case. Like, I'll just go ahead and play this. And I mean, yeah, it does sort of look like that's the case. Now, this guy drifting, that didn't look like anything new. It's just like the normal drifting, I guess. But maybe Rockstar do add an actual drift mechanic to the game. That would be pretty cool. I think these are some new rims as well. Of course, this is one of the new vehicles. I think this might be the Ubermacht, potentially. Actually, no, this is the Dinka Jester RR. But again, I'm not going to get too specific in vehicles. We do just see a bunch of the other vehicles. I think this is that RX-7 again. And you can see the beautiful livery. Then we have another shot of the interior. And I am wondering, like, how many levels? Because, of course, this looks like to be like sort of a free-for-all. You just drive around. But then we did have this part back at the beginning where you have the cars. Maybe this is like the place where you, of course, park them, can show them off, maybe customize them. You can see it goes pretty far, actually, because there's a car way back here on the left. But going back through all this, I mean, this area that we saw the drifting, you can see looks pretty open. Then getting to the part where we're at now, I mean, this looks pretty caged in. So yeah, maybe there's like multiple levels. And maybe this is a gigantic area underground. That would be really cool. Another thing to note, breaking down this little car, some more very unique rims. So that's something definitely, if you love customizing vehicles, I mean, that's awesome. One thing actually that's hopefully something maybe Rockstar thought about, these people up here, they do appear to be NPCs. I don't think these are all regular characters or players, but I do hope that this stays populated, because if it's like the nightclubs, it's like after a while, no one's going to go to them. And I'm hoping Rockstar have thought about that. And I do hope that these NPCs are just like sort of always here, just so it feels like this is a, you know, I guess a popular area. Because if it does rely on people, well then, you know, that's going to be pretty unfortunate. Here we have a look at one of the new Pifsters. So that's very exciting. But we're going to continue on here. And before we get to the next frame, I think this is another, just again, new rims, man. I am excited for the new rims. Hopefully there's a whole new section. And hopefully they are not just exclusive to the cars they come on. Now, we got a new vehicle. And I'm guessing this is probably where the car show stuff's gonna happen. And a couple things in this particular picture. We do have a supercar over here, but that's actually, at least it doesn't look new. I'm pretty sure that's the Infernus Classic. So I've seen some people wondering if we're gonna get any supercars in this update. And honestly, going through this and even the screenshots, I don't believe we actually will be getting new supercars. Again, though, regarding like the population of the people in here, like these NPCs, I really do hope that these guys are just like always in here, and it's not just like the players, because they would make it feel just a lot cooler. Continuing though, we get actually a look at these bikes, and one thing I wanted to point out actually with these bikes, I initially thought that these were new, and I was like, oh, that's cool, they're adding some new bikes to the game, but I don't believe these are. I do believe that this left one is the PCJ 600, and then I believe this right one is the Nightblade. So that would mean these aren't new, but maybe there's some new customization for vehicles that are already in the game. Like they have the Infernus Classic here, it looks like. I mean, it doesn't look like there's anything new on it, but maybe instead of adding new vehicles, of course we got the 17, but maybe Rockstar added a bunch of new customization to some of the older vehicles. That would be a very, very well received feature if Rockstar did that. Also, sort of in this bike scene, we can see again more. I'm thinking these are NPCs, but then maybe they're not. Maybe these are actual players. This guy looks like he's like working on the hood, and then we have this guy sort of working on the hood. I really hope, if these are players, I hope these animations are something that we could actually do, because it'd be very disappointing if you're just all standing there. Like, it actually looks kind of cool to sort of be working on your car while in this car meet area. Like, we have a photographer over here. Of course, that's an NPC, but you know, it'd be cool. Like this person leaning up on their car. That's nice. And I guess speaking of the car, we have, I think this is the Sultan, or it's rumored to be like the Sultan Custom Classic or something. It does have the wheels that pop out there. This is only a 2-door Sultan, so unlike the other ones, I think that are 4 doors. If you were worried about maybe not getting as many like muscle cars, or if you're worried about getting too many like JDM style cars, well, we do have 2 Dominators. We have a Vapid Dominator here. I think this is more of your muscly type of vehicle. And then we have another Dominator. I think this is more of like a Mustang style of a vehicle here. So that's definitely something that is pretty cool. Also, kind of in the back here, I think that's another custom rim, which is very nice to see. But yeah, 2 Dominators, which are very cool. Here we have that slam truck, or whatever it is, the truck that supposedly transports your vehicles. But of course, we all know it doesn't, because Rockstar are just like that. But in this little scene, it does showcase that. So maybe they fixed it finally. I mean, it doesn't look like this is bugged in any way. But then again, it is sort of sectioned off. You can see there's some barricades on this left-hand side. So maybe this might be like the vehicle you win from doing the races. Rockstar mentioned on the Newswire there's a couple of races, or there's some things that you can do to win prizes, and maybe this is one of the prizes. Basically, this would be the podium of the car meet area. That probably is what's happening here, but I don't know. It would be cool to have this slam truck actually work. We have another look at that Dominator. This is the front, so of course pretty cool. People looking into it. And here we have How, as well as the woman from the beginning. So I'm guessing these are going to be the new contacts. Hopefully it's just one of them so they don't crowd our phone. But it does appear that these are going to be the contacts, or at least the people who introduce us to everything in this DLC. Then we get into, again, another very cool little animation, but I think this is just an NPC doing this. It'd be cool to do this yourself, but it doesn't look like a player character. I'm pretty sure actually the NPCs do this like out in the street as well sometimes, so it's a little unfortunate, but I don't know, maybe Rockstar do add a bunch of new animations and we can do something like this. I think, again, another cool little custom rim on this one, unless those are just painted tuna rims. I don't know, there's a million different rims in the game. We have another look at the sort of overview, I guess, of the main area. Definitely very big. And also definitely kind of unique. Like, it's not just a giant sort of casino parking garage, which is definitely nice. It is a little dark, but I don't know. The lighting seems to be pretty decent. And if you can change this, if you know, are high enough level, then maybe, you know, there's some brighter options. But again, regarding the packedness of like the amount of people in here, there's a lot, and that makes this feel more alive. So I do hope that's something that just happens, and I'm hoping it's not like based off of people in the lobby, because you already know in a couple months it's going to be empty, and I don't want that to be the case. So I do hope Rockstar have thought about that. And then we actually go back outside, and again, just want to say new rims look incredible. I'm guessing this is part of the new race modes. There's a couple of new race modes Rockstar mentioned in the Newswire. I've gone over them yesterday. If you want to check that out, then click on that video. But this is probably the new races outside, again, at nighttime. So maybe this is just a nighttime. Who knows? More new vehicles. Looks like that's the new Audi, new Obey. We also see Moody Man in this trailer, actually quite a bit. And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really care for Moody Man throughout the casino stuff. So I'm hoping he doesn't have a huge part in this DLC, but he does interact with How and the, you know, that woman. So I don't know, maybe he's going to be a part of this. Maybe we have to do some missions for him. Hopefully it's not too much, because again, it was kind of annoying. But after that, that's it for the trailer. And of course, July 20th, so a couple more days. So honestly, in the trailer, we didn't really see, I mean, I guess obviously, yeah, we did see the interior. But there are still a lot of things Rockstar mentioned that they didn't show, which is kind of exciting actually for when this does come out. Now, actually, some things just quickly sort of going through the screenshots. I just wanted to point out a few things. So again, we see that woman, and this is sort of what makes me believe that she's going to be like the main contact. I think Hao's just going to be sort of a secondary character, sort of a cameo type of appearance for him. I think she's going to be the main person we deal with. Here we have another really good look at the interior of the actual area. One thing with all of these cars like having their engines propped up, I do wonder if Rockstar's going to sort of put a lot of effort onto making the engine areas look very unique and very cool. This screenshot is another very nice screenshot just to see sort of the area we're in. You, of course, do get a look at some of the new vehicles. In this particular screenshot, we actually in the background here see that customized mule truck again. So that's probably one of the 17 vehicles we're going to be getting. Rockstar didn't actually mention it in the newswire, but it has been found a couple of times now. So unless this is just like a new skin for the mule, it does look like this is going to be one of the newer vehicles. Hopefully it's pretty cool. Here we actually have another person doing that animation. So this actually might be an actual animation we can do in the game, because that doesn't look like an NPC. This does look like an actual character, but maybe I'm just tripping. And then a couple more things. I don't think this is a new cop car, but maybe. Like they are, I mean, it does look like the normal one, but I don't know. Maybe Rockstar added some new customization to the cop cars. Maybe they finally allowed us to customize them. That could be a very cool feature with this DLC. I mean, cop cars would fit with all of this stuff, but yeah. And of course, we have the two new vehicles. This is that BMW style of a vehicle, and this is the Obey, the Audi. But that was actually pretty much it. There wasn't actually too many like really hidden details in any of these screenshots or even the trailer itself. Maybe that's just because, of course, the DLC comes out in 4 days. Rockstar didn't really want to put too many hidden or secret things because we're just going to find out in a couple days anyway. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, of course. If you found anything, little hidden things that I missed maybe, then let us know down below as well. Thank you guys for watching though. And if you aren't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button, because again, I will be making a video going over all 17 of the new vehicles, and definitely be on the lookout for that. But anyway, thank you guys. And as always, I'll see you all in the next one.